We can use the same process to bring in aerial imagery or satellite imagery for reference on the project. In this case, we've gone to Google Earth and taken a snapshot, and now we're going to import that and georeference it to our project. Once imported, go to the Image menu, and now we'll use just the Georeference Image command since this isn't a PDF. We'll select the image from the drop-down, and now add a few points. In the case of existing ground imagery, it can be a little bit more difficult to find points that match up with the plan. In this case, we'll use the point where the gravel path meets the golf cart path that also exists here in the plan. For the second point, we'll use a point on the existing driveway of the Trimble building. So we'll snap to where the sidewalk meets the driveway, and then we'll find that corresponding point on the plans. Once we find the point, we have 2 points. Now we can click Compute, and the image drops in behind the CAD line work. Now, if we scroll around, we might see that it doesn't quite line up perfectly. For example, over here, since we used 2 points way across on the project, now we're over here, it doesn't quite line up. We can add a third point to add some rotation. So now we can pick the image on the pixel on the image, which in this case would be the gutter point, and now snap to the contour and click Compute, and we see it now gets much closer, and we see a corrected value here of each point was moved 2.5 feet in order to make the image line up. Now that the image is in georeferenced, we can use it as reference and even drape it over the top of the original ground surface once we've created the surface. When you have multiple images stacked on top of each other, you may want to see them both at the same time, turn some of them off, bring them forward or backward, or increase the transparency so you can see one through the other. Let's take a look at the satellite image. We'll right-click it and go to its properties. And let's change the transparency to 50%. When we click Enter, we see that the image is now transparent, and we can see the plan sheets underneath of it. If we want to turn it completely off, we can go to the Visibility property and set to No. With the PDF sheets, if we right-click, we see that we can bring them forward or send to the back to view some of the other PDF sheets that are in here. If we don't want to see them all at all, again, we can turn the visibility off. We can also choose how the PDF is displayed. For example, if we go to the PDF grading sheet, bring it to the front, and now we'll change the display style. We see that we have several options to choose from, like desaturated, blue-lined, inverted, or dimmed. In this case, we'll choose dimmed, and we see that this just makes more of a contrast with the line work on the screen, so it might be a little bit easier to see the project data and the PDF at the same time.